Hey everybody, this is Three Monkeys coming to you today with another little quick hit. Today I feel like having a little fun inside at my house, so I'm going to put together this pedal board that I've been thinking about for a little while. It relates to a particular artist, and I'm sure that you can figure out who that might be just by looking at it. But we're here basically to give you some ideas, maybe give you some ideas what to do, maybe some ideas what not to do when putting together your pedal board, and it's a lot of fun figuring out where everything goes. It's a great way to spend a day. So today we're going to be focused on the positioning of the pedals first, and this will probably be a couple of videos put together when it's all said and done related to the different stages of pedal board building. So first we're starting off with a simple board that I built in my garage here. Nothing very fancy at all. It's made from some plywood from the depot that I used some lacquer, some red lacquer to give it a little bit of color. And I like the color red, so we went with that. And the first thing I like to do is lay out where I want my pedals to go. So in this case, we're trying to nest them. We're trying to conserve space. There's a lot of pedals on this board and not really a whole lot of room. But, you know, I think we're going to make it all work pretty nicely. And one of those reasons is we're using our patent applied Ford connectors and solderless system. And I should just say really quickly that this is the only system on the market that does not involve any wire stripping at all or any set screws. I can show you really quickly how you make one of these pedals, or one of these rather cables. You're basically going to use a simple box cutter. You're going to cut your end off nice and neat with your box cutter. You're going to take one of your ends, you're just going to screw it on. And that's all there is to it. I mean, it's a couple of turns here, maybe 6 turns or so, and you're done. The connector also comes with this little U cut out there that allows you to bend your cable in like so. So you can really nest your pedals together. You can see how low profile this connector is, and it allows you to really get these pedals close together and you know, take advantage of the surface area of your board, not have a lot of, you know, wasted space related to the size of the plugs that you're using. Okay, so we've got that. So now a lot of guys like to use Velcro. I'm not one of them, and that's basically a personal preference. I'm one of those guys that when I play around with that super sticky Velcro, it usually gets stuck to me more than it gets stuck to the pedal, and it gets kind of frustrating. So being that I'm, you know, first and foremost an amp builder, I decided to take advantage of some of the stuff I already had in my work box. And one of those things would be these little solder tabs. And I don't know if you can get a really good view of these things, but you can get them from Mauser, from Allied, from a bunch of different places. They're made out of, you know, a very light gauge metal. And they're very cheap. They're only a couple of pennies, you know, for one of these things. It's kind of similar to the bike chain thing, chain link thing. But what I like about these is the thinness of them really allows for this tab here to get kind of stuck into the pedal. So what I do is I like to take off the back cover, just 2 screws, remove 2 of those, and then place this between the screw and the cover, screw it back down, and as you can see, it really kind of just really squishes into there because this metal is so soft and malleable. It doesn't present a lot of problems. And then once it's mounted on like that, I place it in position. One at a time I'm going to do these. And I take this little tool here that I got from StewMac. It's a scribe. I've been referring to it as the pokey tool for about 25 years now. That's probably how long I've had it. And what I do with the pokey tool is I kind of go in there and mark the position of the opening in the solder tab, remove the pedal, take my drill, load it with a little 16th inch bit, give it a pilot hole, take yourself a number 4 screw, like a flat kind of pan head, Phillips head wood screw, put a little wax on it so it goes in easy, and just screw it into position. Once I have all these pedals mounted down where I want them, then I start with the wiring, one by one, taking a box off, installing the connectors, putting it back down again, routing the cable, cutting it to position, pull up the next one, plug it in, and we'll go through that. But right now we're just going to be mounting the pedals. That's the first thing I want to do, is get them all nice and secure. I should also say this is really not a pedal yet. I'm going to be working on this today too, making it a 5 loop box, a passive loop box. That's to get different combinations of pedals put together for different eras of sound. This here is also a loop box that I built for myself. That's very job specific. It involves momentary switches and then latching switches, and that allows me to quickly bring a pedal in and out without having to do a double click. If I want the flanger just to come on for a quick all I got to do is step on this and it's activated. When I release, it's gone. It also has a little buffer in it to keep things nice and quiet. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off now and get to mounting all my little solder tabs on these boxes and screwing them all down. And the next time you see me, this will all be mounted down. And this might even be done. Who knows? So thanks for watching. Maybe you got a couple ideas out of this. You probably knew most of these already, but it's helpful for those of us who haven't had a lot of experience with building pedal boards. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.